and his family taking up for him like he was some trophy dad. Like
Okay.
he was
Like
that
he's
much
a
of a good
victim.
uncle to you that you can justify him not being a father. Like I don't get it. I really don't get that. Go ahead, Frida.
Yeah, that's just I just feel like I said, y'all live in the same city. You stay with his family. There's no excuse, and even if y'all didn't stay in the same city, it's just the fact that how do you go all these years? I can't even go a day or two without seeing my child. Without talking to your children, like without talking to your child, like have some kind of relationship. And especially a boy, I could think that men, they love a boy. And you
Right.
got a male child, and you can't even like bond with him or have some kind of relationship. If you just go on with your life, and it's funny how you say that you know that was your dad. He used to walk back past you or whatever, doing whatever. But dang, he just walked past you like there was no time when he ever played ball with you or took you anywhere or did anything. And you were like just there. That's crazy. And I feel like a lot of times, people watch videos or whatever, they feel like, oh, you like what your auntie said, oh, you just bashing him, or you should just easily forgive. But people don't understand. It's just like a person that's been hurt, or a person that, like I keep saying, been raped. This is
Right.
like something you go through emotional. This is something that you carry with, unless it be, let you get it out, let you talk about it, unless you get some kind of therapy. This is something that you deal with for the rest of your life,
Right.
and that you carry around while he just go on with his life.
Right.
And I don't think it's fair to you that you got to hold this in and go through this daily, and it's even how you deal with relationships in your life based on how your daddy,
Right.
treated you, and that's not fair.
And then the fact that
That's
she
not
said
fair.
get on with your life, like when I really thought about that, that really made me
Yeah,
mad. Like how inconsiderate and heartless could you be to say that?
like you being petty.
Like
Get
I'm
on
being
with your life.
petty.
Like the nerve of people.
The
Get on
audacity
with
and the
your life.
wherewithal, like get on with your life, like disregard
Right.
how
It
you
happened. Get
feel.
on with your life.
Yeah.
Like for real.
Yeah, and this is what I was telling Frida earlier. It was like it's different if she would have came at me a different way because it's like when I
Yeah.
made my daddy sent me a friend request. My deadbeat daddy sent me a friend request on Facebook video. People wasn't necessarily saying things that I would agree with, but at the same time they was being casual and mutual because they knew they don't understand, they don't know every single detail, but you kind of give them an idea of where you're coming from. You know what I'm saying? But they wasn't being heartless and to say, well, you just need to move on your life. But they was just hoping that me hoping that one day me and my dad would reconcile and that there would be peace. My auntie didn't come at me like that. She was just, I mean, like, how you gonna say side to a story and get that out of your mind and get on with your life as though I'm some type of naive child that just listen to what my mama or
Yeah.
grandma say and I don't have a mind of my own. And like I said before, it's different if I was still living with my mama or my grandma and I'm like, under 18 years old and I'm under their supervision and he can't really get to me like he wanted to. Okay, that's one thing. But I'm
Mhm.
25 years old, almost 25 years old now. So what's your excuse? I mean, I'm a free agent now. Like, what's up? You can't find me. You
Exactly.
looking for me? Like, what's the deal? Like, you're like, come on now. You know what I'm saying? And like I said before, I get tired of trying to save people, spare their feelings when obviously they don't give a fuck about you, and they making that 100% clear. For what reason?
Exactly.
For what reason? Why am I trying to cover my dad? Like, I mean, like, come on, like, honey. And then my auntie, like, honey, you've been married for 20 something years. You got a child. I love Kiara or whatever. At the same time, but you can't come at me on no disrespectful tip. You understand what I'm saying? Because you wasn't there. You're not my mom. You're not my
Right.
grandma, and you definitely not me. So you don't understand the details and all that was going on. You're not a single parent, to say the least. So how could you even come? I mean, you didn't even come from a mutual state of mind. You talking about bashing your brother? You gonna take up for your brother, your sorry ass, lame ass, trifling ass, deadbeat uncle?
Exactly.
I mean, your deadbeat
I guess
brother.
you could own that, like for real.
That family right there, that Eskridge family is a trip. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. They got so much shit to say about me, but I'm doing more than they ever could imagine. They still in the hood, and they've been in the hood from when I was a little child. Like she don't want me to show them what bashing is. Because if I really wanted to, I could be real, real nasty. You understand what I'm saying? But it's just like, it's
Right.
pointless. And when my auntie wrote me that, I didn't even take the time to write her back because I'm thinking, Like all we would do was go back and forth. Like I'm a grown ass man, you know what I'm saying? You're a grown ass woman. Take care of your child, take care of Kiara, and take care of your husband, but stay the fuck out my business because you don't know what you're talking about, and you taking the
Right.
wrong person. Like you taking up for the wrong person. This ain't no good. I mean, this ain't no life changing, person. Like he ain't Princess Diana or Mother Teresa or Jesus or his disciples. Like he ain't nobody good. Like, why are you taking up for this nigga? I don't care if he is your brother. And one thing about me, and as you guys have seen in my videos, I don't care if it's my mama, I don't care if it's my best friend, I don't care if it's my daddy, I don't care if it's my grandma. Wrong is wrong. I don't care if it's something I
Right.
did. It just is what it is. We all make mistakes, but at what point are you gonna get it right? Like my daddy is 60 years old. My grandma died when she was like 58. So if you I mean like by the time I was born, he already should have had his shit together. By the time I came in this world
Right.
in 1989, my daddy was well in his 30s. This nigga is almost, if not 60 years old. His birthday is what, March 16, I think. He just had a birthday. Like, at what point are you gonna get it right? You didn't send me an inbox message on Facebook. You sent me a friend request to say the least. Like a
He took
friend
the
request.
power way out. That is a power. I feel like he just trying to take the easy way out. He could have he could have inboxed you and asked you your number
Right.
and have a conversation man to man, like father to son. But no, just to send you a friend request and then that was it. And then even so, even after you didn't reply, I mean that was it. That he just give up.
Right.
No. I mean, he never really wanted to do it in the first place. That's how I feel.
That's how I feel too. Cause like it's no man that can ever stop him from getting to his child if he wanted to. That's just point
Right.
blank period. Now it's different if I made it clear I don't want nothing to do with you, daddy. Stop calling me, don't text me, don't inbox me, don't friend request me. That's different if I don't want to have nothing to do with him. But when you leave that door open, like, okay, if you serious about this, make it happen. You know what I'm saying? But you don't send me a friend request on Facebook. Like, that's so beyond petty. It don't even seem realistic to me. Like, when I got the notification on my phone, I'm like, William Eskridge. I'm like, okay, if it's my brother, it would kind of be strange. But my daddy, like, my 60-year-old daddy, sending me a friend request on Facebook. Wow. I have never heard of that in my whole entire life. You gotta be some type of lame to do that. But I guess that's just the way the cookie crumbles. And I mean, I didn't even get it on CJ yet. Oof.
Wow. It's just so much.
It really is.
So much.
It just. Oh yeah. Okay. Well, let's get into CJ now. So this nigga have time to make pic collages and shit. But he can't respond to my phone calls or my text message. And then on the you okay, Frida, you tell him what you saw and you noticed in the pic collage on Instagram or Facebook, wherever you say you saw it.
Basically, I went on his page and I saw he wrote his daddy saying that that people just put him just like threw him away or whatever, and he went through all these changes in his life and nobody was there for him except for the people that was in the picture. And it's like like a collage of like 6 people or whatever, and I noticed that Xavier was not one of them. And I just basically told Xavier that that he put this status up saying that these people, and that's what I don't understand because from what I know, Xavier been there for him, and for him to like have these random people that nobody knows. These random people he put up.
Exactly. People I ain't never seen a day in my life. Like, where did you get these people from? Like, you just Google random people and put them in a pic collage? Like, what? And see, this is what at first Lafreda was like, don't do that, like, because I was gonna delete him from all my status. I mean, from all my social networks, and like not necessarily block him because when it gets to that point, like you don't want to deal with somebody. I don't need to see you in my news feed and nothing like that because it just brings back bad memories. So to just minimize all that, I just rather not see you at all. You understand what I'm saying? I wasn't necessarily being petty, but see, my mama even told me that my brother had sent me a subliminal message on Instagram too, not even a few weeks ago. And now Lafreda telling me this, I'm thinking, so maybe that first message probably was for me because my mom originally told me I didn't really think it really applied to me like it could, but that's only like if like a hit dog barks or whatever that saying is. But I didn't feel it like it. I mean, it could have, but I just didn't feel like it applied to me. But now with the second message, I'm not in the collage. And before, like I said, he had me all up and on his Instagram, liking my videos and my statuses and all this. But ever since this last situation where I let him excuse, excuse me, let him borrow this money, like he went ghost, and like he must be feeling some type of way. And all I've been getting lately is just confirmation of whatever he going through. Like I talked to his brother or my half brother Brandon, and he basically telling me that his wife got him going crazy and he really changing him, or she's really changing him. And I mean, it really ain't a big surprise to me. And I ain't saying CJ is the weakest person, but I don't feel like he's the strongest person either. Because first of all, any nigga that let his wife, to say the least, call his mama a bitch, I don't really got no respect for that nigga because that in my mind that nigga is a punk ass bitch. Like it's just I mean it
Right.
really ain't no way to say it. Like what kind of nigga let somebody talk about his mom like that in front of his face? Like I mean it's just no legitimate reason. Like that's not cool. And I mean I bet she wouldn't. I mean it's just there's no reason. It's absolutely no reason. And like I was telling the Frida earlier, I'm like your mom watches your kids, so it ain't like you don't have no dealings with her. It's different than if you know your wife was calling her a bitch, this, that, and that. But I mean, obviously you have dealings with your mom. So what? How is that cool? Like your wife, if anything, she's coming in the picture. She's supposed to be trying to make peace and build up a family, not
Right.
calling your mama out her name and and see, I already know the way Lexi is. Like, I can tell the way she talk. Like, if she talk about his mama, I damn for sure know she'll talk about me at the drop of a dime like it ain't nobody's business. And
Yeah,
from confirmation from
what's the
Brandon,
name about it?
yeah, confirmation from my mama, just let me know what time it is that he's basically, I would say a sucker for, well, I would say he is a sucker for love, or I don't know, he basically doing what my daddy did, that Eskridge type shit, is abandon his real family for a family that he created, you know what I'm saying, over a woman.
Right.
That's just the way I feel. It ain't no way, I mean, if we want to get into bashing, let's just go keep it 100 all the way around, and that's just the truth of the matter. Like I don't have no respect for that woman. I don't have no respect for that man, and at this point, I'm just kind of at my wits end, like trying to figure out should I deal with him, should I not deal with him, and I hate coming to this place because like I want that brotherhood, I want that friendship, I want to be there for him. But like I said 100 times before, when somebody make it so clear to you that they don't care about you, that's it. Why should
Right.
you spare your feelings? And like I'm over here wrecking my brain. Like I was talking to Frida for hours and hours, like just pouring out my heart. Like I don't know what to do because like I know how people are. Like they'll cut you off and then they'll text you like, "Hey stranger, how you doing? Hey brother," and then like basically what my brother did, texting me like, "Nigga, like we cool, we not cool," and you know that. Like you text me on a daddy tip, like you text me over some deadbeat type shit, like I can't respect you on so many levels. Like I wasn't there for you. I wasn't even in a pit collage. Like only family that you had in there mildly was Lexi. Like where's your brother at? Where's your brothers? You know what I'm saying? Where's your daddy that you trying to take up for? He wasn't even in the damn pit collage, bitch. Like what the fuck? Like I don't get it. Like I don't understand the way people think. Like I just don't get it. And like I put on my Instagram, uh, the message I had, it said message to self: stop putting yourself in positions to get hurt. And
Yeah.
that's what I'm gonna stop doing. Like once I get that feeling like somebody don't care about how I'm feeling or what I'm saying is not important, you need to cut that person off because at the end of the situation, at the end of the day, you're the only one that's gonna be looking crazy. And that person gonna go on about their life and they will have already forgot about you before the day is over. You understand what I'm saying? And I said I have too much going on for me to worry about some foolishness. But because I care for him and because I love him, because I want to honor that brotherhood, it's like I don't want to give him up and throw him away so quick, but I'm just at that point in my life.
For you,
huh?
basically. He making it easy for you, basically.
Really, he really is.